Hey everyone, it's Nina. Welcome to the 5-minute stretch series. Today we're going to work on opening up the heart. All you're going to need is a block or a pillow to start off with. So grab a block. We're going to place this just below the tops of our ribs. And if you want something to support your head, you're going to place this on the ground behind you. If you have a pillow, that's totally fine too. You can place that underneath like your mid to upper back. And then place your head down and bring your arms out to the sides. You really want to feel this subtle stretch and opening in the front of the chest. We'll be here for a couple of deep breaths. Ideally, this is something we want to stay in for a few minutes or longer. It's something I enjoy staying in before I go to bed. It's a nice deep stretch to open up the chest and improve your posture as well. All right, slowly come up and out of that. It's always too soon to come out of that heart opener. It always feels so good. All right, so we're gonna come into a tabletop position and go into a cat-cow. So on an inhale, lift the chin and the chest up, arch the lower back, and exhale, round through the upper back and the lower back. Inhale, lift the chin and the chest up. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, round. One more time, inhale, lift up. And exhale, round. Come back to a neutral spine. Walk your knees back a little bit more. Your hips are going to be in line with your knees. Walk your hands forward and come into puppy pose. So this might be a little bit intense, so do the best that you can here. You're going to place your forehead down, maybe your chin, maybe your chest, depending on how open your shoulders are. So taking a few deep breaths here. Slowly start to come out, coming back onto your hands and your knees. Take your knees a little bit wider apart and your feet together. So we're gonna oscillate between upward facing dog and child's pose. So start to bring the hips forward towards the hips. Open up through the front of the chest. You can allow the feet to lift up if that feels good for you. We'll get into those hip flexors a little bit more. And then start to push the hips back, coming into child's pose. Bring yourself forward and then back. Forward and then back. One more time, forward and then back into child's pose. Come up onto tabletop and then make your way onto your back. We're gonna come into bridge pose. So take your feet about hip distance apart, bend your knees, and bring your arms by your side. So we're just gonna lift the hips up. If this feels good enough for you, you can hang out here with your arms by your sides. Just really think about pushing the hips up, but then also opening up and pushing through the chest up towards the sky. If you want something a little deeper, you can clasp your hands underneath your back and then shimmy the shoulder blades a little bit closer so you really start to feel the chest lifting up. Slowly lower your hips down to the ground. You're gonna come all the way up to standing. You're gonna take your hands and make them into fists, and you're just gonna gently tap the chest. So just start to bring a little bit of blood flow to the chest. And release your hands down and take your hands behind your back, clasp them together. You're going to take your feet about hip distance apart just to steady yourself and begin to pull your hands down, roll your shoulders back and pull your shoulder blades together. Start to look up towards the sky and pull the hands down. You should feel a nice deep stretch in the front of the shoulders. This is really good for counteracting any of that hunching or rounding that we do when we're sitting at a desk all day or looking at our phones. And slowly release, shake out the arms, shake out the legs, ending like we do every single 5-minute stretch class. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked any of those stretches, feel free to go back and do those and hold them a little bit longer. And don't forget to subscribe. I post these videos every single Monday. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.